Hello, welcome to the radio and television station, and I'm Cao Trí. Here comes the local news. In 2020, the export turnover of Vietnamese goods to the EU market reached 43.7 billion US dollar, and imports from EU was 18.5 billion US dollar. In the first 3 months of this year, the proportion of export to the EU increased by 18%, the equivalent to an increase of 1.5 billion US dollar. After 8 months of EVFTA agreement coming to force, Vietnam export turnover to the market up to 27 EU member states has skyrocketed.
By the beginning of this April, the agencies and organizations authorized to issue certificates of origin have issued nearly 127,300 sets of certificate of origin. This number does not include the value of goods to the EU of enterprises self-certifying origin. Vietnamese goods exported to the EU are mainly seafood, textile, footwear, agricultural products, etc. The import market is mostly countries with seaports and distribution centers, and EU channels such as Belgium, Germany, Netherlands, France. The EVFTA, which took effect in August 2020, has opened up great export opportunities for Vietnamese goods to the market with a GDP of 15,000 billion US dollars. In the first quarter of 2021, textile and garment export reached nearly 9 billion US dollars, up 6% over the same period last year, despite still being greatly affected by the pandemic. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the textile and garment industry in the first quarter has many signs of growth. Although the epidemic still exists, enterprises have found a suitable direction. The world textile and garment market has gradually reacted. The Textile Manufacturing Index in the first 3 months of 2021 increased by 5.1%. The Custom Production Index increased by 1.4% over the same period. Total export turnover reached nearly 9 billion US dollars, up 6% over the same period last year.
Within the framework of ongoing Vietnam Expo 2021, Vietnam participated in an online exhibition booth model for the first time. This is a suitable model in the context of global trade that is being affected by the COVID-19 epidemic.
Accordingly, while Vietnam Expo 2021 only takes place in 4 days, online exhibition booth lasts for 30 days. The exhibition model combining traditional booth and remote booth is aimed at flexibly approaching obstacles because international enterprises cannot come to Vietnam, while the demand for trade is constantly increasing.
Russia's foreign ministry yesterday said it had informed U.S. ambassador at this country that new sanctions imposed from the U.S. has seriously damaged bilateral relations, and Moscow will soon give responses.
In a statement, the Russian Foreign Ministry also told the U.S. Embassy that it was completely improper to want Moscow to stop further escalation. On the same day, the U.S. imposed a list of sanctions against Russia, including limiting Russia to issue public debt as participant for alleged meddling in the U.S. election, cyber attacks, Ukraine coercion, and other malicious behaviors.
On the same day, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said U.S. President Joe Biden's invitation with Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin to hold a summit in the third countries were unchanged after the U.S. imposed a series of sanctions on Moscow. According to EURatic.com website on April 15, Austria has voiced its proposal to host a summit between two nuclear powers. Austrian Foreign Minister Alexander Schallenberg said Vienna was always ready to provide a venue for a potential meeting between Mr. Putin and Mr. Biden if the parties choose to hold their summit on Austrian territory. Vienna has held arms control talks between Russia and US, as well as the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.